Well, Mr. Ranger Doggy, we're live, boobs. We're live. Coffee time. Coffee. Coffee. Coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning. Coffee. Coffee in the morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Cheers and happy Saturday. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, yours truly. I know I say a lot. It seems like I've been saying a lot here lately. I slept in. I did it on purpose, though. I woke up, let Ranger out to use the bathroom, and then I got back in the bus, and it was rainy. It was all rainy, so I went back to sleep. I was listening to the rain pitter-patter, doing some pitter-pattering on the bus. So I went back to sleep. I fell back to sleep. It felt good. It felt good. Obviously, my body was saying, sleepy time for you. So here we are. Already the 17th of February 2018. It is a Saturday. Saturday. Big agenda today is take Ranger Dog to the vet, 10 o'clock. Actually, we'll leave here probably about 8:45 because it's about an hour drive over to the veterinary clinic. And then I'll go help my friend Kevin install an attic fan. And then we're going to boogie woogie up north to go see my moms. Oh, so that's today's agenda. Today's big to-do list. Yeah, we had some rain move in last night. Probably around, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning, maybe midnight-ish. And then it stopped, and then this morning when I got up, it started up a little bit again, and I just listened to the rain pitter-patter and went right back to sleep. I apologize. I, too, still have a lingering cough, but Mr. Ranger Dog's little cough seems to be doing much better. So yeah. Also, I'd like to say thank you. A big thank you for all the folks who've chimed in on Mr. Ranger Dog and suggested really groovy things and whatnot. I am very grateful for every single one of you fine folks. Yes, I am. Oh. But that's my to-do list today. I think we're gonna have on and off showers today. On and off showers. But no big wolf. That attic ladder, I'll be installing that inside. So yes, normally I'm doing my coffee talk at 6 a.m. here in the central time zone area. But I just decided to do it an hour later. Just an hour. An hour later. What do you think, Mr. Ranger? What you thinking? Oh. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? He still has his cough. It's not like it went away, but it's not as prevalent as it's been. Yeah. And it's not as strong. So, obviously, the Benadryls are helping Mr. Ranger. Yeah. You're helping Mr. Ranger. He's my buddies. Yeah, he's my best friend. But he slept so good last night. Him did, huh? Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Ranger. Say hi to everybody. You go, boy. Him's is. He's like behind me. I think he does that on purpose so he can sit up and not be on camera. Well, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Ass Muncher. iPod. I was telling my friend James about your YouTube channel, man. I like the name of it. It's really cool. It just sounds funny. Ass Muncher iPod. Oh, hey, thank you so much for sending me the link to Captain Fantastic. That looks like a very, very good, excellent movie. It does. So I'm gonna purchase it. I'm gonna purchase it on YouTube and watch it. I would have done it last night, but by the time I got to the bus set up and all that jazz and everything, it was about almost 7:30, 7:45, and I went to bed about 8:30 last night. I was tired. Yeah, it looks like a real good movie. It really does. And thank you for pointing me in the direction of that groovy movie. I appreciate it. So yeah, today's big agenda for Mr. Ranger Dog and I, we're gonna go to the Ranger Dog vet. We're gonna go get him checked out on his kennel cough and all that. They'll probably just give him some antibiotics. I don't know what they'll do, even though his cough's subsiding, which is good. He still has a little bit of a cough. Yeah. Oh, I love you too. But other than that, he's doing good. So we'll go see the vet here in a few hours, get his stuff checked out, get his hip dysplasia medicine, and then we'll go help my friend Kevin. That's today's big agenda. I hope you're having a groovy today, iPod. I really do. Envy my life, huh? It's just, thanks. I'm very humbled and very grateful for that. It's just a simple try. I'm trying to live simple, more simple, more free. I mean, we're all free, but a different state of mind of free. Like, I don't know. Not so much a mobile free, but I guess you could say mobile free. Mobile free and financially free and stuff. But thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy Mr. Ranger Dog and I's little life too. Getting a little warm in here, boo boo? Is it getting a little warm in here for you? Here, I'll turn off the heater for a while. The heater is working well. I'll tell you that. It's probably around, I don't know, 41, 42 degrees out there. It's cold. It's toasty in here. But yeah, today iPod, we're out here in the country. I get to stay on my friend's property and all that jam. Oh, brother man, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Ranger Dog Sorry, I was just showing you outside, but it's a little. My window's got a little moisture on it from all the moisture last night. That's my Jetta out there. I told you I live in a 1970 Volkswagen bus, and I drive sometimes a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta. But no, I do have worries. My main worries are, of course, Mr. Ranger Dog and my mom. Those are my two main worries in my life. And the other worries are kind of minute, like what will be, will be. My mom always says that. What will be, will be. But my main worries in my life is my mother and my puppy dog friend here, Mr. Ranger. Everything else, seems kind of kosher or minute compared to other things. I mean, I've had worries about paying my bills and whatnot, because most of the world has that worry. But I do my best to stay positive, cruise on through whatever happens, roll with the punches, and go. That's all we can do, because night shift janitor. I used to be a night shift janitor a few years ago. Not a few years. It was many years ago. Back when I was young. When I was younger, I could work nights and have no problem working nights. Now, if I work night, my body seems to go out of whack with the times. I can't get my body adjusted. And if I drive or if I drive when it's dark at all, I drive more cautious. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses to drive, but I don't have any glasses. But I used to be a night janitor years and years ago. Those were fun times. I liked the people I worked with. Yeah, the time shifts were very hard on the body. I think the last time I worked a night shift was when I worked for Delta Airlines from 99 to 2002. And I worked the night shift from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 o'clock in the morning. And those were fun hours. Let's get a little bit more coffee. Little bit more coffee. Yeah, I worked at Delta Airlines. I just was what they call a ramp agent, or AKA, I guess you can say, baggage handler, even though I was supposed to be a ramp agent. But I loaded and unloaded the aeroplanes. Oh, yeah. There you go, Bobo. I unloaded and loaded the airplanes with luggage from basically 4 in the afternoon to midnight. And then from midnight to 3 a.m., we stocked certain airplanes that were overnight, like food and beverages and whatnot. That was a pretty good gig. I didn't work for Delta Airlines. I worked for another company that was contracted through Delta. And then when 9/11 happened, they let all the contract employees go. And that was my last time I had a nighttime job. A nighttime job. Yeah, I like the vanilla, the French vanilla creamer. And of course, that's the Great Value one. I get that at the dollar store. It just lasts a little longer. It tastes just as good. So, 7:10. Actually, it's 14 after in my neck of the woods, but I'm going to call it 7:10 in my neck of the woods. A little 7:10. A little 7:10. Uh, it's called Dollar General here in America. I forgot you're up in Canada. Canada. I can't even talk yet. Canada. Yeah, we have Dollar Generals and actual dollar stores. I went to the Dollar General, which I do most of my shopping at. And of course, I do some shopping at Walmart. Most of my Walmart shopping is when I'm with my mom, because I can get her groceries and get my groceries at the same time. Yeah, Walmart can be fun. It can be fun and it can be weird at the same time. I have seen some weird stuff in Walmart. And believe it or not, you smoking the green? You smoking? No smoking the green. A little vaping of the 710, of the oil. A little vaping. But that's cool. I haven't been paying much attention to the legality situation much, because I know it's happening across North America, especially here in the States. Um, and I know Canada's been pretty laid back for years now. I remember going up to British Columbia, BC, Vancouver, and um, they had um, like keep it on the down low type of shops, and then they had other facilities where you can just go and consume the cannabis. And like I said, they've been really, really laid back. My good friend Thomas, he lives in Ontario, Canada. I know that's on the East Coast, and uh, he says it's a pretty cool place up there. Sorry, I'm just turning on my heater here. Yeah, I've seen that cafe. It was closed when I was there. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Usually I put you guys on mute, but I was like, heck, this is my life. I share little bits of my life with you fine folks, and my van life, it's my van life. Right now I got things super duper super cluttered in here because I had the pop top up last night. Of course, that's down now. I had the topper up last night, and when it started raining and getting cold, I went ahead and brought it down. And I just kind of threw everything, all my clothes, that I need to get in the washing basket. But yeah, I just kind of threw all my stuff in real quick. But that's my van life. Relaxing stream. Thanks, brother or sister. I, whatever the case may be. But thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, normally I try to do my live coffee talks at 6 a.m., but this morning I chose to sleep in. It was not so much me, it was my body. I listened to my body. On the norm, I'm up and about and ready to go by 5 a.m. I am. I wake up 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm ready to go. But when I woke up this morning, uh, I talked to my mom, called my mom, and this was like, well, I'm going to lay back down. I'll have coffee talk when I have coffee talk. Because I got no particular place to go at this time. Not so much now, but after a while I will. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is definitely good to sleep in once in a while. Like I said, normally I don't because my body's it does what it wants to do. But this morning I said sleep in, and I don't know why I was so tired. Maybe it's because I woke up. I did wake up around, like I said, around 2 and brought the topper down, and I was kind of awake for a minute. And I gave Ranger a dose of Benadryl. So I don't know. Maybe it was the rain. I don't know, man. I don't know us. I don't know us, man. I don't know us. Yeah. there's some Dave Hughes, man. Do I own a gun? Oh shoot, no. I am all for gun owners' rights and whatnot. I'm not going to get into that political talk, but no, I do not own a gun. I do not own a gun, and I have not owned a gun since I was 21 years old. 22. I was 22 years old, and I had a little 25 handgun. You know, you put little clips in it. You put a bullet. It had a clip that had a whole little 25 shells in it. Anywho, anywho, I was stupid, and there's a way you can unload the shells without firing it, where they kind of pop out of the chamber. And I somehow got one stuck, and it went off and shot the TV, killed the TV. But my ex-girlfriend, the girl I was dating at the time, was like really like close, standing there, and it freaked me out horribly, horribly, because how easily you could take somebody's life without wanting to take somebody's life, and how so that was the last time I owned a gun. I went and sold it at a pawn shop, and that was the last time I owned a gun. And that was, like I said, I was 22, 21, 22. I think I was actually, yeah, I was 21 or 22. Yep, that was crazy. That's, like I said, I was a young. I'm 41 now, so that kind of tells you how long it's been. But that was the last time I owned a gun, just because. And I understand about the protection and whatnot and stuff. So, but that's just a subject I stay away. I stay from a politics and religion talk. It's because you're opening up a whole can of worms with those subjects. And I've learned years and years ago that those cans of worms I don't like to open, and I won't open. So, but I do believe this, man. I think this world needs to take a chill pill or something, and kind of get back to a more simpler way of thinking, but enjoy the technology we have, but a more simpler way of enjoying it. I guess you can say. Because I like this aspect of YouTube. I like to be able, to interact with my viewers and my friends here on YouTube. It's great. It's a great way to, you know, share and spread whatever, and people use it for the good, people use it for the bad, and unfortunately that's the way the world works. Oh, Mr. Boo Boos. Unfortunately, like I said, the way the world works, there's good with bad, yin with yang. You watch dude, I used to watch WWF back in the day, man, when it was WWF. When it changed to WWE in the 90s, late 90s, I I was into other things. I stopped watching it as much. My good friend Lee, he's always been into that. So I kind of stay up to date through that cat. But I haven't seen WWE in like, or WW in a long time, man. Nothing wrong. I didn't. I just. That's how it was when when it come to watching things, like watching like television. I didn't watch much stuff through the 90s. The only thing I really watched through the 90s was X-Files, when X-Files came out, because I was heavy into X-Files. I was like, oh my gosh, this is some crazy stuff. Oh yeah, I remember the Hart brothers. Like, I can remember watching Andre the Giant and all them Saturday mornings. Ooh, we got the Ranger Jubilers. Ranger Jubilers. Ooga booga booga. Oh, booga booga. Oh, booga booga booga. There you go. Run the old throat for Ranger. Mm-hmm. So we're cruising at 27 minutes after the hour here in my neck of the woods, here there in your neck of the woods, wherever the case may be. Oh yeah, that's right, they are Canadians, aren't they? From that neck of the woods. What do you think, Mr. Ranger Dog? Chris Benoit. Yes, I heard of Chris Benoit. Dude, I got one for you. You've heard of Rob Van Dam, the wrestler? I know that cat. I know that cat's American, but have you ever heard of Rob Van Dam? Yeah, man, Rob Van Dam. When I lived in Southern California this past time, last cup call, by the way. Last cup call. It's official. It's official. Mr. Coffee, you can go home and sleep well. Oh, Mr. Ranger. We're going to the vet today, boo. Yeah. It's not as bad. It's only bad early in the mornings. I don't know if it's because when it gets hot in here or what. But yeah, Mr. Ranger. No, that's not Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother. No, Rob Van Dam is not related to Jean-Claude Van Damme. I assure you, he's not. No relation, man. No relation. No. No relation at all. Hate to break. No. Sorry. It's all hype. Yeah. When I lived in Southern California this past time, my ex-wife and I would spend our days off when we had our chance on Venice Beach. We were like basically regulars on Venice Beach. A lot of cafes we ate at, a lot of places we hung out at thought we were locals because we were always hanging out there every weekend. And right there on Muscle Beach Park, sorry, on Muscle Beach Park, they had this um, cannabis dispensary called the Hash Bar, and my ex-wife and I would go there, and Rob Van Dam was there all the time because he knew the owner. Well, this one particular time, he came up to us because he heard my ex-wife and I talking, and even though I don't like to admit it, I still have an oaky twang, I guess, when I talk sometimes. Well, he picked up on that twang, and his wife um, was from Shawnee, Oklahoma. So we got a rapping and all that jazz and talking. So every time we would go, he thought we were local. When he found out we lived in, at the time we were living in Oxnard, which is only like 40 miles up the coast, 45, 50 miles up the coast, he was like, wow. But like I said, we would go to Venice Beach almost every weekend, or when we had a chance, rent bikes, and we'd ride bikes up from Venice to Santa Monica Pier, and usually have like a corn dog at the pier, and then would ride back to Venice, and then would have like a burger or something along on the boardwalk. But yeah, when we would go to the bar, we would see Rob Van Dam after that, and he'd always come up and talk to us. How's Oklahoma? It's like he thinks we was always in Oklahoma, but we're like, well, our family says it's fine. Like, if you like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Red Hot Chili Peppers filmed a video on Venice Beach for Rain Dance Maggie, and it was just an impromptu jam session on top of a roof. There are like two houses down from where the bar was there on Muscle Beach. It's these real nice 3-4 story, um, homes, like really nice. And they're like original Venice Beach homes. So that's where they were playing. So everybody in the bar went outside and was watching Red Hot Chili Peppers jamming. And in the video, you can see Rob Van Dam and the owner of the Hash Bar standing on their rooftop watching the band go down with like some of the people who work there. And I thought that was cool. But yeah, he's a cool cat. And I said the same thing. He's like, that's all for wrestling. It's his wrestling character. But it was funny because 95% of the time when you'd see Rob Van Dam on Venice Beach, and I don't know if it was just because it was a Muscle Beach thing or what, he was always shirtless, man. Like, always shirtless. I was like, it was funny. But he was just a cool cat, man. It's Los Angeles, it's a whole nother, a whole nother dealio there. Like, the whole culture is completely different than the culture in Northern California. Northern California and Southern California cultures clash big times. Dude, I never seen him picking up chicks though, because they're at the Hash Bar. They had really good looking ladies working there, and they'd talk. I don't know. Like I said, I can't speak for other people, man. I just can tell you by my personal, viewing experiences and whatnot. But I miss hanging out on Venice Beach. It was really cool. I don't know if you're familiar with a guy by the name of Adam the Woo. Ah, man, Adam the Woo. He hangs out on Venice Beach once in a while. Him and this cat named Jacob the Carpetbagger did a live stream there last week, and I was like, man, I miss that place because there was always something weird going on. Like that, like when I would go back to California, because when my dad got sick in 2014, dude, I've heard of the Trailer Park Boys. I seen your picture, and I was like, that's the Trailer Park Boys. I've heard of them. I've seen advertisements. I have yet to see one video, or not video, one episode of, or any episode of it. I'd like to. It looks like something I'd get into. Like I said, I don't watch too much stuff, man. Like, either I'm reading or, you know, I'm researching, like, things that interest me on, like, YouTube, and that's it. And I don't watch much YouTube. I try to stay up with my friends on YouTube, and that's it. Like, when I don't know, I kind of changed. I used to be into video games and all kinds of stuff when I was younger, and then, like, I kind of changed, especially after I got this VW bus in 2018 or 2000, 2018 in 2000, and here it is, 2018. You know, it's like 18 years later. 18 years I've been living this VW bus. No, I haven't been living in it 18 years, but I've owned it 18 years. Oh yeah, paranormal stuff. Oh yeah, I used to, when I was young, well not young, back in my mid 30s, I started the first paranormal research group in northern Oklahoma, and we started out with gauze masters for the EMF detectors and whatnot, and we had a real nice surveillance system for the cameras that we had set up. It was decent. It was like a good Radio Shack, you know, for what we had, where we could have, you know, 4 or 5 cameras in different locations and sit and monitor it. We had some good equipment. I was involved from 2006 to 2010 when I moved to California. My ex-wife kind of had me get out of it because she went and had some experiences and scared her so bad that if she was going to be with me, she didn't want me to have anything to do with it. And so I turned over the whole group to my friend Rick in 2010, and then in 2013 he passed away. So the group kind of fizzled out after that. So yeah, good stories for good coffee talks, you know. Here I am rolling in at 40 minutes after the hour, as I usually like to keep my stuff about that time frame, about 30 to 40 minutes. Plus I gotta let Mr. Ranger out to go use the restroom, so it's been a real groovy, excellent coffee talk. Thank you. Ask Muncher iPod for once again tuning in for coffee talk this morning. It's been really groovy and cool to hang out. Some groovy stories, a little bit about me. There, you know, got a little bit about me there, you know. So until tomorrow, you know, I'll be doing a live coffee talk from my mom's house because I'll be cruising up to my mom and seeing her tonight. And of course, you can stay tuned for my Type 2 daily vlog. It's a daily vlog that happens every single day, you know. So, as always, you know, you can just be kind to one another, you know. It's just very important to be kind to one another and love one another and be grateful for every single moment of the day, because you just never know when those moments will change. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Love and Volkswagen grease.